Welcome back to Makeup Bootcamp. Today's lesson is on eyes and eyebrows. Today we're starting with eyebrows. Again, if you don't know what to buy, I used to just have this. So I had the little brush on the end, and then it had, product on the other side. You should always pick a brow brush that is a little bit lighter if you're going for a natural look, because we want it to blend in seamlessly. So first thing you're going to do is brush your brows up, just like that. We're looking for basically all those empty areas that we're going to need to fill in to help keep its shape. So I have to use a different brush at this point because I'm out of that one. And I'm just going to take this and go in very, very lightly. We don't want to push too hard because we don't want a whole lot of product to come out. I don't really do my eyebrows that much. I probably should. I just don't feel the need a lot. Which again, totally okay. Half people don't even notice I don't do my eyebrows half the time. Then we're going back in with this and we're brushing all the product up. And we're just gonna see how that's started to blend in. If we have something that's like not sitting right, you can give it a little wiggle. Brush up, brush up, brush up. Again, my eyebrows are thick, so it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing. And then I'm going over the top like that. And then at the bottom like that. Creating that shape. As you can see, I need to like repluck my eyebrows. But that's the basis of it. You don't need to glue your brows down if you're going for a natural look. If you're going for more of an elevated look, feel free to get some like brow gel, but it's not an everyday need in my opinion. Doing your eyebrows isn't an everyday need for me personally, so I rarely do them. But see, you can see a little bit of a difference. This one's a little darker now than this one, but again, it's a give or take thing for me. Now that I've done my bare minimum brows, on to the eyes. I always tell people that you should get a palette that has a shimmer and natural tones for your first palette, because I think it's one of the easiest to learn with, especially if you're learning and you make mistakes easily. Natural toned colors are easier to blend out and hide those mistakes. While using natural tones, I'm not as concerned with putting any primer or anything on my eye because I'm just trying to accentuate the natural color. Also, this is my favorite brush. I have no idea what number it is. Literally, there's nothing on it anymore. As you can see, it's taped together, clearly from use all the time. So I'm going to go in first with this darker brown. I'm going to dab my brush, get the pigment on, tap, 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 tap. And then I'm going to take a mirror, look at it, start on the outer side of your eye. And we're just going to move very lightly in a circular motion inward. Again, our goal is to look very, very natural with this look. We're not trying to do anything too crazy. This is just getting a feel for applying the eyeshadow. So I'm just building that color up a little more. You can even dab a little if you want to be a little bit darker. And then again, bringing there all the way in a circular motion into the eye. As you can see, now we have more of a solid color than my natural complexion. I'm very much a do both eyes at the same time person, so that you can really see that you're keeping them equal as you go steps. So see, we've done this eye and this eye now. And next, I have a lot of pink tones up here, so I'm just going to go in very lightly with this one. And I'm just going to, again, tap it off. And then we're going to come up here and I'm going to lightly brush over the top. Basically, we're creating a transition area for that brown. So as you can see, it's adding color. And I'm just lightly going back and forth, bringing it all connect together. You can see the difference. And then again, with the other eye. Now that we have our transition shade, I'm going to go with this light color. Now this works for me. You might need a little bit of a darker color because this is kind of close to my skin tone. And I'm going almost all the way up to the brow. I'm just blending those harsh lines. anything that doesn't look super, super natural, just going in with a little bit of it, and again, in those circular motions, dragging it into and dragging those dark colors out to create more of a natural look. See, we don't have any harsh lines, it's more blended. And now if you wanted any type of shimmer, you again can just grab a little dab and just go right in there and just tap it. Do that a few times until you get to the level of shine you like. Now we're gonna move on to eyeliner. This next method is something that I actually learned from a professional makeup artist. I got taught when I was like 14 or 15. So you can use a brown eyeshadow, you can use a black eyeshadow, and I'm just putting a little bit of water on the lid of this black shadow, taking a very flat brush like this, dipping it in the water, then dipping it on our palette to pick up pigment. Next, we're gonna take this brush and we're gonna get a mirror. The mirror, you should be looking down when you do this. So I'm gonna look down into this mirror. Start with your bad eye because it's easier to match whichever side you're better at to the bad side. So looking down, I'm taking the brush, pushing my lashes down, and then pushing and wiggling right up against the line. We're not dragging the brush. We're just pushing and wiggling. Pushing, wiggling. Pushing, wiggling. And we're going to do that all the way down the eye. So there we can see the difference somewhat between the two. I prefer to do it in a brown with a natural look. But see, we just have that line that follows our natural eye shape. And if you wanted it smudged, you just bring your finger in and smush it a little bit more. So now let me do the other eye. And again, then if I want to do a little wing, I just come over here with the flat brush and just put it down, drag in. So again, we're not looking for something super dramatic with this technique. This is just for learning placement mostly. That's why I prefer to do it with the brown, because if you mess up, you can just bring it up and blend it in with your eyeshadow. But I did it with a black so you guys can kind of see. And obviously you work on making that a little bit more defined. It's defined to me, but not really to you guys because of where the light's hitting. Again, with this technique, I don't prefer a wing. I prefer to just keep it as natural as possible, but this is how you could do one. Now, as far as curling your lashes go, it's kind of an optional thing. Do not curl your lashes once you've put mascara on. Curl them before because you don't want them to get stuck and then get pulled off. There's no right or wrong way to do mascara, but something that helps is starting at the bottom, wiggling our stick a little, and pulling up. This keeps all the clumpiness from going to the ends. Wiggle, wiggle, pull up, and it allows for our lashes to stay like wispier, more natural looking. As you can see, the mascara at any point, twist it. Don't go like this, because the reason if you keep pushing it in is you're gonna oxidize the rest of your mascara and it's gonna run out and get clumpy faster. And there we go. Now we're done. I hope these were super helpful to you. This is where I started and here's where I'm at now. I've learned all sorts of techniques by now. I work in face paint, even more stuff like this. So just remember, good techniques can help you learn a lot more in the future. Beginner techniques, even though they seem lame or like low-key, it will set you up to be able to learn all those crazy looks that you want to be able to do. Anyway, let me know if you guys have any more questions. I hope this helped. Bye!